Hey y'all, I wanted to get on today and I wanted to talk to you about testimonies. Your testimonies are not just for you. My testimony is not just for me. And in that light, I would like to start sharing my story, particularly the story that began in 2020 with the life changing events that took place in my life and led me to where I am now, and partly to YouTube. So, before we begin, I'd like to give you a scripture. Psalms 66 and 16 says, "Come and hear, all who fear God, and I will tell what he has done for my soul." Recently in church, we were talking about testimonies and how we go through and what we go through. And y'all, when I tell y'all that at Bible study, I'm not shy about telling my story and my testimonies because my God has been so great. If you trust and believe, he's your God too. But when God has done something for us, we get personal about it, right? He's my God. Doesn't matter that he's my mama's God and my grandma's God too, but in that moment, he's my God because he did that for me. And I delight in sharing my testimony with my fellow saints and not just letting them know the progress of my life and how God has moved, but how if God did it for me, he can do it for you too, right? So in creating this YouTube channel, my mission was very much to share the love of Jesus Christ with the world. And God has been speaking to me and letting me know that the love of Jesus Christ isn't just in those joyful moments. It's not just in telling about the scriptures and in sharing the gospel, but it's also in sharing our life, our personal life, what we've gone through, and how God turned it around, the changes that he's made in us, because there is someone out there who's going through exactly what we went through, or someone who's going through something so similar and they feel alone and they feel ashamed and they feel scared and they feel worried, and maybe they know God and they're just having a moment, right, where their faith is failing them, and maybe they don't know God and they don't even know that he exists in a way to enlighten them and encourage them and uplift them and change their situations. And if I can help someone, whether or not they're in the first situation or the second, I count it a blessing. And I want to share my testimony. So that is what this next series is all about, sharing my testimony. And I pray that it blesses your soul, because even in the hearing it and repeating it back, sharing it with others, it blesses my soul. It reminds me of how good he has been to me and all that he has done, even though I did nothing to deserve it. And there's nothing I could ever do to be worthy. And that's okay because it's unconditional love. And as long as I keep striving and trusting and believing and reading his word, I've done my part, right? So thank y'all for tuning in. And I hope to see you throughout these series in the comment section. And I like to see those like buttons. And if you're new and you enjoyed yourself and you want to see more, please subscribe. Uh, Bye, y'all.